16th of February 2021. How's it going, guys? I'm going to do a walk in the park. At least the sun's out today, guys. One good thing. How you got? 909. Right over the sun. So what are we going to talk about today, guys? It's a little cold. I just would like to say one thing. You know, a few days back, I told you I had a vision. Remember I told you about the evergreens? Yeah, I told you I seen it. It looked like it was also in a tropical area. You know what really got to me yesterday is when they were showing the local news here, they were showing down in Galveston, down there on the Gulf, and the beach with the snow on it. That really got to me. I was thinking, Galveston's not too bad a place. I've been down there a few times. One thing I didn't like about Galveston, all those oil rigs down there, when they lose their oil and stuff, and then all that pumped oil float up on the beach there. That's like a bad thing. It makes it kind of dirty and stuff. Not good. I was down there one time when a hurricane come in too. No matter where you're at, you always have problems. It just depends on, some have more problems than others. Can you take an earthquake instead of a hurricane? You know? Just makes you wonder. It's good to see that sun back out though, definitely. The sky blue. Get a chance, check out the Real BP Earthwatch. You didn't see his yesterday. Check his video channel out from yesterday and today. But he was talking about the electrical grid and solar I do agree with you about one thing. I think they improved on solar a whole lot. I haven't got mine all up and going yet. But, you know, there was something else that was brought up yesterday about this power that I'd like to talk about for a minute. Why would a furnace pull more about power than an AC unit? That's you know, there are two motors running here on an AC unit. You have your compressor, which is basically, it's got pumping the Freon. Then you also have the other fan that pulls actually the heat away from the unit. And then they were saying that they couldn't handle that. You know, Texas down there, the thing of it is, or anywhere here, I mean, we just, in the last year and a half, didn't everybody see them putting new transformers in everywhere around here? They were worried about if, you know, we were going to get a CME or something come in here. They're trying to upgrade everything. That's kind of strange too, isn't it? But if you got two motors running here, and you got one motor running. Now you also got to remember too, it's 220 volts. A lot of them on the AC units. Got central air. Where the motor that you're running there is 110. Of course, there's big controversies on that too. You get electricians that'll argue about the difference between 110 and 220. And there's capacitors also that's involved in all of it. So I was just thinking about this. I mean, it's just to push the board to take, you know, push the price up on everything. I don't know. But anyway, BP said that he's going to try, he made a video about solar way back, and he's going to try to post it. I don't know if he'll get it out, but it might be worth something to see. Like I say, I'm still working on mine, but I will guarantee you one thing. He is correct. If it is shady or it is cloudy, those panels are still producing power. And them saying that it doesn't produce hardly no power, they're wrong in that sense. I was getting power yesterday even from it. I just got it hooked direct right now to one of the batteries that I got. But I don't buy it. Everybody has to learn new things. Now, you know, it's one thing people can learn to the end of time. People act like, you know, I don't know, if you get to a certain point, you can't learn new things. Oh yeah, everybody can learn. You can learn till the day you die. You could be 100 years old and still learn. I was listening to a Special Observer this morning. Sounded like he was doing some plumbing out there. Sounded like they had some water pipe problems. So I think he's in New Mexico. Everybody can learn. This deal about this power and about this and all that. There's other things that people should know too. If you've been around for a while, especially in Kansas City, you know, this isn't nothing compared to some of the things we've had happen over the years. One time, I don't know how you can go back to the archives and see, but we had temperatures that plummeted under freezing for almost 3 weeks. I mean, every day it was under that. So that's nothing new. So if they try to act like, oh, this is something new, it's not. Check them out, guys. But just like yesterday, they cut the power. I mean, oh, they had to cut the power quick, they said, because that other company. You know, that's no excuse. You know, there should be at least a good 72-hour heads up. Or if they're going to do something like that, if that's their policy, then they should have it in their bill every month that says that they could do that. And then if they did, you know, other things, you know, all the elderly people, the problem of it is, a lot of them have machines they're on to produce oxygen that are electric. I mean, there's lots of different things that people are on. And, well, I noticed yesterday they said, well, you know, they need to make sure that they got something to back it up. Well, that was after they flipped the switch off. You know, I can see the liability in that, too. I'm sure lawyers could eat that up. You know. Makes you wonder about a few things on that. And here we need Farmer Jones law. You know what? What do you vote? You know, just because we need to hurry and do this doesn't make it right. It doesn't make them not liable. I mean, I think all of us know that power can go out, but when they actually just flip the switch off, to me the first thing that came to mind, like I said, was the elderly and the people that need it for certain medical conditions. That to me, right there, is just nuts. Unless they're just trying to get rid of all the old people, you know? Oops. I don't know. Not good though. Oh, there's groups out here. There's lots of groups that, like I say, I've stood and heard them here in Kansas City. They think that they're the supreme race there. And I'm not joking. You know, any race that thinks they're the supreme race, they're not. You know, that's their downfall. That's their genetic flaw then. You know, variety and diversity is the key, my friend. You know, the problem of it is, there was a gentleman, I went to this one route. Like I told you, I went to like psychic groups. I've seen some witchcraft groups, other different groups as well. And this one gentleman who was leading the pack of one of them said, well, we all have something to contribute. But the problem of it is, it's if they actually mean what they say. That's the problem on all this. Because I seen him preach that to everybody. There was this young gal that wanted to do a presentation on something, basically, like I say, it was on psychic or something. I can't remember exactly what the subject was at the time. But he didn't feel that she was even qualified to even try. But he preached that all the time. See, that's their downside, that's their flaw. Because the bottom line is, you know, everybody does have something to contribute, if they're positive. But there's a lot of people that aren't. And just like if you listen to Paul Bigley and Mike Around the World, there's a lot of groups out there, like Mike says, they only have one goal: destruction, disaster. And that's the bottom line. It's not good. Things people need to remember too. We can talk about something real quick about if power does go out again, guys, or anything. We had already planned in that sense. I don't have all, like I say, all my solar stuff completely done yet. But you look at the basic stuff first. Thermal underwear. Thermal underwear will keep you warm for a while. In time, it might dry your skin out, but for a while, it'll definitely keep you warm. And that's the most important thing, staying warm. People should think about that. It's not real expensive. You can have that. See, we used it here when we go to like Halloween haunt, the World's Fun out there. We used to wear them. We go out there so we don't have to wear real heavy jackets or anything. And it will keep you warm. So yesterday when that all come down, I was just thinking, I didn't hear no popping, exploding transformers or anything else. So I thought, I just wonder what they've done. People need to think. And then this deal where they're saying they're going to try to charge people 1,000 times. They're nuts. I could see a lot of suits being put on something like that. That'd be like if you went to buy a car, we'll just say example, for $20,000, you went and bought a car. You get there and they say, oh, by the way, we had to up it a little bit. It's going to be $100,000 for that car now. Are you nuts? You know, there's real things that are going to happen. And then there's things that, trying to cause chaos is not a good thing. But some of them live for that. Another video channel you guys should check out is Leak Project. Last night, I don't know what the heading on that video was you played last night, though. But interesting. All these other ones want to live. Like I say, there's a lot of groups, a lot of cult groups out there, a lot of other ones, and they want to live off the fear of people and stuff, and they do. But what this other gentleman talks about, talks about the Qigong, the Qi energy. He talks about an institute where they actually work with the telekinesis, telepathy, and the rest. Interesting stuff, guys. Well worth watching. Like I say, I'm not affiliated with any other YouTube video channels, but I try to get the information out there. Check that out. It's well worth watching. I listened to the whole thing and I thought it was great. He talks about how the fear or anger level drops the energy down, which it does, because these people do try to cause that. There are groups here in Kansas City, that's all they do. But then you learn to manage it and to control that much more, the energy itself. Because if you learn that the light and the energy is a better place, pretty much nothing can defeat the light, the source. Oh yeah, there's battles, no doubt, but like I say, you wanna stand in that light. Look at that sun up there. Doesn't that look great? Positive. That's the answer. This guy, he got pretty technical too. He went into some various things about all the energies and stuff, which I found interesting. There was another gentleman way back I read. It was on the internet, and I got guy over, I think it was in Yugoslavia. Yugoslavian, some of them over there, they tell it how it is. The other Yugoslavians want to use the energy for bad stuff. But he actually talked about when he was back in college and about practicing with these energies and what it could and couldn't do, and what they how they tried to basically make people think they could do more than what the energy really was. Even Leak Project went in last night about, like he was talking about, he said, well, he was asking that guy, because this guy was talking about if you could roll the dice, I think he said 7 times in a row, then the energy, that frequency, you had found the right frequency, depending on what frequency you're looking for. Well, they're getting wild this morning. That's just like I said, I had a vision about this cold. You know, the person that has the vision has to interpret it, because it can mean different things to different people. Right up there, I don't know if you can catch him or not. See the nest? There's a nest up there. I don't know if you can see it. But, he is wild. You know, I'll tell you something else too. This is another thing where, I don't know if you guys, I'd have to find the video, I forget who produced it. I come across this one guy, and he kind of backwards engineers everything. And he was talking, I think it was about Phelps, or Phillips, however you want to say it, light bulbs. Anyway, what's interesting is they got light bulbs. They got light bulbs. I mean, I got all my houses got LED bulbs pretty much in it. I mean, I did that a long time ago. Look at the robin. Cool. What I was going to say, this don't make sense. They cut a deal in Dubai with them. And these light bulbs are like at 1, 2, and 4 watts. Okay? And what's really interesting, what I'm saying is that's all they pull. But I mean, they can produce like 60 watts of, 60, like if you put a 60 watt light bulb in, and the looms that's coming off of that, that's what it's producing. Just like a 60 watt light bulb. Now they cut, I think this guy said it was a 20 or 30 year contract with Dubai. Well, we can't buy them here. Oh wow, oh here's our energy stuff here. Why can't we buy them here then, guys? Come on. Yo, I mean, think about this. Now, if every house had those, how much power would that cut? Oh my God. I mean, theoretically, I'm just guessing at this. It could cut the grid probably by 50%. But we can't buy them here in the United States. Why is that? And these are supposed to be long-lasting light bulbs, too. They're supposed to last a long time. This guy, he took one apart on YouTube. He broke it down. I mean, he broke it down, the schematic and everything. It was interesting stuff. Yeah, but there you go. But do they really want, they don't want to do that. Because then it's like, you know, here we go against like Tesla and the rest. We had all free power. I mean, think about it. What would they do? How could they control? If you can't control people, you don't have gas, you don't have oil, you don't have electricity. And what's the government going to do in controlling stuff then, I guess? Unless it's a dictatorship or something. Very sad, guys. The technology's there. When you start using it, I find it fascinating. I mean, if, you know, like I say, can't learn enough, can't get enough of it in per day between reading and the rest. But I'm just thinking, what if that every house had those light bulbs in it? We could cut, here we go, why don't they do something constructive to do that? Let's give everybody a free amount of those light bulbs like that. Government wants to do something, why don't they say, hey, why don't you produce those here? Or they're producing them here just for another country. That's it, that's nuts. No, because they don't want us to have that. They don't want us to, I mean, if your electric bill was cut in half, it wouldn't just cut our people here in the United States in half. Think about that. It would cut the amount of electrical usage in half. So then you wouldn't have to have as many maybe nuclear power plants. You could rely more on geothermal, solar, hydroelectric, stuff like that. Very sad, guys. Very, very sad. But I just think about that. You know, one other thing, it's just like, you remember when on the TV, like for getting information, the government stepped in on all those boxes for broadcasting. And they give everybody like 1 or 2 coupons to be able to get a free, basically, what am I looking, converter or whatever, to be able to get that information, to be able to digitally get the information so you could have information coming in on your TV because they were changing everything. Well, the government did that. They stepped into that. But what if they stepped in and cut the power in half by giving you those light bulbs like that? Now that would be something. That'd be a positive thing, wouldn't it? Anyway, guys, stay warm out there and have a good one.